Okay, well, there's something I noticed between the Joying and the Panlelo. Yeah, I'm making a video. We could take a picture after I make the video, okay? As you can see, that's the Joying screen, and that's the Panlelo. The screen is a lot glossier, and even though I was about to say a lot more reflective, but kinda, yeah, even though you can see, this is more like a mirror where I can see myself, and this is kinda, it's just a much glossier screen. But on the other note, they're both supposed to be 7 inches, but this actually does not look like it's anywhere near 7 inches. This looks way bigger. So what I'm gonna do right now is try to, if I can, here, I'm gonna measure this screen diagonally. Pick up this, so this is actually, oh wow, this is actually only 6 inches, the Panlelo, and this is, the Joying is 7 inches. So yeah, it's an inch difference, and they got me. So I don't recommend this one at all, the Panlelo. So I'm about to finish the install for this, and then we'll do a formal review after that. All right. Okay, I'm in the car. I'm about to do this install, and I highly recommend you always prepare your wiring harness, in the comfort of the house, away from the elements, so you can have space instead of trying to do it in the car. You're more likely to rush and do it incorrectly. So this is the harness of the Joying Android head unit. And I just wanted to show the quality of it. I mean, it's really sturdy. All of the wiring is, it's aluminum wiring, but it's just thicker and sturdy. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. The tabs are very clear. They're large and easy to read, and they don't easily fall off. Sorry, I'm not using a camcorder, I'm just using a camera. And you can see it's kind of, you need a little effort to kind of slide this thing up and down. It also came with pre-blocked off tips for wires that aren't commonly used. Of course, like every other harness, ones that are typically used, it just had it was already kind of just stripped and waiting for you to just slide the thing off. So yeah, so when I do installs, I have butt connectors for the wires, but and the only reason I'm doing that is because I have a lot of slack. I had actually just ran speaker wire, just ran wire from my factory amp to bypass because the wires weren't coming from the factory harness. I had to just do everything manually. Yes, I cut into my factory harness. I left this piece on there because I didn't need all of the wires like these. I left these to the truck, and I just taped off the ones that I did not need to use. But I like to use these things, okay, for like the battery, the ACC, the power antenna, stuff like that, because it just makes installation and uninstallation a whole lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these and then connect it to the back of the radio. But I just wanted to show the harness, okay? See how neat this is? Now here's the Panlelo harness. The wires are, especially the speaker wires, oh my gosh, they're very flimsy. You see the tabs here? They're in Chinese, some of them, and they're not very easy to read. It just says RR. Of course that's rear right negative, but you see how easy it slides up and down. A lot of them slipped off during install, and I couldn't figure out what the heck they were after that. But if you're still going to go for the Panlelo, and I would not, even now, and I haven't even turned on, I wouldn't, just for the simple fact that I bought a supposedly 7-inch screen. I didn't even think to measure. My wife asked me what size is it. I just told her 7 because that's what the listing said, but it was actually 6 inches. So you see this, let's just go over it real quick. So this was the battery, yellow was the battery, Black is the ground. This is the power antenna. This is just, I'm sorry, it's just blue. Just make sure there's no stripe. It's just blue, which is usually remote for the amp, but it was for the power antenna in my case, and most people don't use that. Then you had your ACC. I had to splice my ACC and my illumination wire together. And then for this brown one here, this was for the backup camera. Alright, and that has no label whatsoever. I think it did. I think it just said back, but you know, I don't know. That was for the backup camera, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to actually reconnect the wires to the new harness and plug it up, and then we'll hopefully have a demonstration.